So hello everyone. So myself Anirudh. So now let's discuss about elastic load balancer in AWS. So here it is. So elastic load balancing is nothing but it automatically distributes our incoming traffic across multiple targets such as EC2 instances, or we can have containers as a targets, or IP address as a target, or in one or more availability zone. In multiple availability zone we can automatically divert the traffic, like to reduce the load for a particular instance. We can add targets to the particular balancer, and we can distribute traffic, like one traffic we can distribute 50% for one instance and 50% for another instance. So now let's see how an elastic load balancer will work. So first step is we should click on create load balancer. So there are three types of load balancer. So the important are these two: so application load balancer and network load balancer. Gateway load balancer is not used anywhere. So let's discuss about this in detail. So application load balancer is nothing but it routes HTTP and HTTPS traffics to targets such as EC2, same targets such as EC2 instances or containers or IP addresses, or lambda functions also. We can route this HTTP or HTTPS request to lambda functions also, or EC2 instance and container services. So it's ideal for load balancing and modern application architecture. It's only applicable for application architecture, and it uses HTTP and HTTPS protocols only. So whereas network load balancer does not use HTTP or HTTPS protocols, it uses TCP or UDP or TLS. So TCP protocol or UDP protocol, it routes traffic based on IP addresses and is ideal for TCP or UDP protocols. So it can handle million requests. See, as you can see here, it can handle million requests per second securely while maintaining ultra low latencies. So the main difference between network and application load balancer is if you want to route traffic with HTTP or HTTPS traffic, like if you want to load balance with an instance having HTTP protocol, you can use ALB. Or if it has if it needs a high network latency or something like that, we can use network load balancer. So let's go with application load balancer. Create an application load balancer. You should give a name, anything, don't worry, give any name. So internet facing and internal facing. So most of the corporates use internet facing because it routes requests from clients over internet to targets. So over the internet it will route to the clients over the internet. It will route requests for the clients over internet. So internal load balancer is nothing but using private IP address it will route. So most of the use cases, so internal load balancer will not be used, as because private IP address, for private IP address we don't need any load balancer, because anyway the traffic is not going to be more, as it is a private IP address. So we are going to use internet facing only. So we can have load balancer addressed by IPv4 or dual stack or dual stack without public IPv4. So network mapping, let's come here. VPC, we should select a VPC, custom VPC or default VPC. We can select any VPC. So based on that it will route traffics to availability zones in that VPC. So now let's go with default VPC. We can select any much how much ever availability zone you want, or whichever subnet you want. So it's not a matter. So yeah, it will route to these two availability zone. So now it is highly available, as it is routing to two different availability zone. It is a highly available setup. So we should select, say, we should select it security group. So as you can see, HTTP or HTTPS, we will go with HTTP. And we have, if we don't have any target groups, we should create a target group. So basically, as I had said you, there are so many target types. So let's go with instances. We should give a target group name, and our protocol, as you can see, so many protocols are there. TCP and UDP is for network load balancer, and HTTP and HTTPS for applications. So default VPC and HTTP protocol 1. So health check protocol is also HTTP. It will do health checks if one load balancer, if one instance doesn't have any, if the one instance fails, it will if we have auto scaling group mapped into this load balancer, then it will automatically create another instance, and this load balancer will automatically divert the traffic to that instance. So these are the importance. So as we have no instances, so no targets will be assigned. So I am just using it for this. So let's quickly launch instance if you want. Let's launch instance. DV something. We'll keep it. We'll select any VPC. No problem. Existing security group. GB2. So let's launch instance. In the meanwhile, let's create another instance called DB2. So Amazon Linux, T2 Micro, Keeper, default VPC, existing VPC, GB2, so we have TG. So we can include firewall in front of the load balancer. If any incoming traffic we want it's to be highly security, if we want highly securable, then we can use WAF, which is web application firewall. So we don't need this, it will cost us. So we can use global accelerator also. So if we want to optimize performance, availability and security, we can use global accelerator. It will give 3 additional optimizations. So it only gives security. This is used by every infrastructure which has a load balancer. This will be used as it needs to be protected. So we can use global accelerator also. So that's all. Create load balancer. So let's go to target group quickly, and we have not created any target, means we have not mounted any targets. So we should register targets first. Okay, so instance is not yet launched, so yeah, it is running. So now we shall refresh. Okay, let's wait the load balancer to active state. It is still in provisioning state, so let's wait. So yeah, this is the importance of load balancing. So it will automatically balance the load between the instances. And the health checks part, it will only route traffic to only the healthy targets. Like if one instances become unhealthy, then it will not route the traffic to unhealthy instances. If we have auto scaling group configured, then it will create another instance automatically and it will route to that instance. That is the main importance of load balancers. This will take time. Let's wait. So same network load balancer is also same, so no extra nothing. We should select the VPCs, that is everything. Would have been to this target group. So yeah, this is it. So I have not created, while creating only we should attach targets. So this is about the load balancers. Thank you. So nothing, you should just delete the load balancer and click on confirm. It will delete the load balancer, and if you want you can delete the target group also. I have two other target groups which I was using for other practices. So yeah, this is it. So thank you. We need to terminate the instances running. So yeah, this is it. So yeah, thank you everyone.